Thank you for joining me today on today's tutorial. On today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you two things. First is how to change your tap head. Secondly, I will teach you how to prevent your kitchen sink from continuous blockage or irregular blockage. So with me here, this tap head is bad. There's no water in the line now, that's why it's not leaking. If not, normally it's bad. Now I want to change this tap head. I want to get a new tap head. It's pipe ring, but it's not necessary. You can even lose this with hand, so ignore this. So this is the tap head I got. This 3 inches tap head. The size of this tap head is 3 inches. So first thing first, to avoid friction while tightening this thread into the thread inside the socket, you need to put something we call thread tape here. Now this is the thread tape in my hand. Unless I forgot.
Is it necessary?
Yes, necessary. If you don't remove this, if you don't add this thread tape, there will be friction. There will not be free flow of movement of these two threads into each other. So what you need to do is you open this thread, pull it off, and roll it through here. Your subconscious might tell you that, of course, this is enough. Now this is very cheap. This one is 100 naira. I bought this 20 for 100 naira. I won't even be exhausting it here. I bought this tap head for 800 naira, and it's a very high quality tap.
I can see that.
This is enough.
So are you sure that stuff is not going to spoil it?
No. This will help in ensuring that this thread and the thread inside the socket, which it will be going to, firmly get hold of each other to avoid water leakage and to avoid friction. By the thread, because this is the one is here, the thread here is plastic, this is leather. But meanwhile, that is not really necessary, because sometimes there are tap head which has plastic head. So just to avoid friction and to enable it go into it freely, it's very important that you put this thread in. Some people use a rope, but of course this is more convenient, more especially for a novice who just want to fix the tap head of this nature. But before I lose this tap, because we want to replace this now, there's something we need to do. Just assuming there is water from the supply tank. The first thing you need to do is to go there and lock it off. So that when you open this tap, water will not splash on you and mess you up. So now let's go to the supply tank, and close the pump valve there. The supply tank. This is the supply line. Alright. This is still clearly. Now this is the filter that filters the water. use a union. Just because you want to detach this line, use this union to detach it. Sometimes when we want to wash the tank to enable proper flow change, we detach this union. But for now, we are not doing anything. Like, we just want to lock up this line so that we can change our tap head. Like I said earlier, once we block here, there will not be water supply that way. So to block it, you just have to choose this. This way it is blocked already, so there will not be water supply. But like I said earlier, this is just for the purpose of learning. There's no water in this tank right now, so I'm opening it back. Since there's no water on it, even if you losing that tap now, there will not be splash of water. So now let's go back and fix our tap head. Let's just assume that this is locked. Let's now go back to fix the tap head. Back here on the tap head. Sorry, while we were making the first video before we went to lock up the supply tank, I mentioned of a 3 inch. This is not 3 inch, this is 3/4. This is 3/4 tap head. Sorry about that. So when you, just in case you want to buy, locate the building material, the closest building material store close to you, or probably a plumbing store to get it. Now the first, now that we have closed the supply tank, what's left for us now is to lose this tap head. This, sometimes if it is not too tight, you can even lose it off with your hand. Okay, that was why I said, that's why I make sure that this pipe ordinarily is to lose things like this. But since it's easy, that I told you earlier to ignore this. So since this one is it's not that tight, that was why I was able to lose it with my hand. So this is the old one. This one is bad. So now we have seen a new one now. All you need to do is put it in thread and tight it inside. Oh, you can see I bought half instead of 3/4. So you pause this video. So I want to replace the tap head, but the previous one was half inches, and that one is far smaller than this. That was why I went back to the shop to replace it with 3/4 tap head. So now I have to pick up the thread, and like we did previously.
With that thread reach? With the thread reach?
Yes, with the thread, yes. It will be enough. Okay. You ask if the thread will reach. The thread is reaching and it's already enough. Yeah. Thread is set. The thread is already wrapped around the thread is already wrapped around the thread, and then it's just to fix. It's as easy as this. Tight to your right hand side to tight. When you are losing, you lose to your left hand side. This way. When you are tightening, this way, right. So here we go. There we go. Let's see if we can go around. as easy as this, ladies and gentlemen. You know? So this is it. We are done with this. The second thing I'm going to be showing you right now, though we'll not be going into it in details, is how to prevent your kitchen sink from regular blockage. Now let's go. So this is the kitchen sink. Okay. Now here today we are not going to be launching deep into kitchen sink and teaching, but what I just want to show you today is practical way you can avoid regular blockage of your kitchen and start calling plumber, and at the end of the day spending on some that way. Doing it yourself will save you a whole lot of money sometimes, you know. So the major cause of blockages kitchen sink like this is when you wash dishes that contains oil substances. This is kitchen where we cook banga soup, where we cook fried soup, gosi soup, all those anything concerning oil. Once we wash it through the system, the oil might not be able to pass through the entire system because some might get frozen already. So those particles might be hooked in the line where ordinarily it ought to have passed freely. I repeat, when you wash oily dishes, most often, because of the frozen nature of oil when it's cold, there is every tendency that it gets hooked up in the line of flow. Thereby, after much of such much oily particle of such blocks up the line, that's what you see and results to water being unable to flow through your kitchen sink. Now, I want to teach you a simple thing you should be doing. It might be once a week or twice a week. It's as simple as this. Boil 1 kettle of water. Pour the hot water into this line. The hot water will melt up those oily substances or particles that might have found themselves in the line, thereby avoiding the unnecessary blockages that you encounter from time to time. Boil hot water. The hot water will flush up all those substances. Like hot water of that nature will melt any oily particle, frozen or not. So by doing so, you are already clearing this line on there, making sure that you don't have any kind of blockage on the sink, in the sink. So today we will not be, like I said earlier, we will not be going deep into the teachings of how to maintain your kitchen sink. Just in case you find yourself in a situation whereby your kitchen sink is blocked, there are simple to do things here that will help you. I will teach you that you won't be finding it difficult to do. You won't even contact your plumber after that class. So all you need to do is subscribe to this channel, like and comment on this channel. Subscribe to this channel so that when similar video of this nature comes in, you will be getting notification for it, so that you know how to do some certain things yourself. So that will be all for now. Thank you for watching.